What you're looking at is not a joke. No. From the call on the Patreon, we literally just did a 40x on HAMI in 5 days. I'm back in the Degen game, guys, and I'm going to be putting all of my Degen calls in the Patreon from here on out. I mean, for the first one back, this is a solid strike rate. I mean, if you put $1,000 in at the call and sold at the current point in time, you'd be up around $30,000, which isn't bad for 5 days work. Well, not even 5 days work. It's like 10 seconds of buying and 5 days of watching a chart. So, what do I have for you in today's video? Today, I have 3 extremely low cap Degen plays, including HAMI, which I will be reviewing later on in this video, why I think they're going to be doing well, where I think they're going to be going from the current point in time, but mainly, the main idea of this video is to go through how to play the Degen game correctly. You can skip through that and skip straight to the calls at the end of today's video, but you will not learn anything except for the calls that I'm giving out. I mean, you can take those calls, sure, but if you want to learn how to play the Degen game properly, this video is for you. Make sure you stick around. Let's get straight into it. My name is Zach. Just remember, nothing I say is financial advice. I always do your own research in the cryptocurrency markets and especially in the Degen game. If you want all of my early calls, if you want to make plays like this, make sure you join that Patreon. The link is in the description. Secure this price for life because it will be increasing because the success rate is just too high at the current point in time. And apart from that, let's get straight into today's video. So before we get into step 1, our research, I'll just briefly explain what I define as a Degen play. So I define a Degen play as, a cryptocurrency project that is relatively new, that is below $1 million in market cap. So obviously very, very low and very, very under the radar. And the ultimate play behind Degens is to pick these up between, a $50,000 market cap and $1 million market cap, run them for a certain amount of X's, take your profit, and then move on to the next one. So the whole idea behind this video is to ultimately give you some insights into how to play the Degen game properly. So step 1 is research. So this is probably the most important thing with Degen plays because playing Degens is not easy. All right, I would say it's easy, but it's not. It does take a lot of time, a lot of training, a lot of practice, a lot of losses to start becoming profitable. And when you start becoming profitable in the Degen era, you start becoming very, very profitable. All right, let's just say that. So there's 6 main things I look into a project when I'm looking for a solid Degen play. So these 6 things include a clear and easy to understand project scope. So what the project is actually doing. Is it easy to understand? What is the actual project doing? Can retail and, investors coming in the future essentially understand what the project is doing, what they're here to do, whether it's a meme coin, whether it's a DEX play, whether it's a new ecosystem play, it doesn't matter. They need to have, their project and the idea of their project and the reason why the project is here and make it as easily understandable and accessible as possible. A working website that has potential to grab attention like that. All right, we want attention grabbed of the first 10 seconds of a new investor looking at the website. Does this website have potential to do that? Memecoins are excellent at doing this, all right? Memecoins have some of the most craziest, most ridiculous, most bonkers websites I've ever seen in my entire life, and that's why so many memecoins do exceptionally well. Now, we'll talk about a special meme coin that's doing this even better than the rest that I think is going to do exceptionally well in the future, and it actually might even turn into a safe play that is a literal meme coin, so make sure you stick around for that one. But also a website that clearly states what the project is, what the project is doing. If there's any utility provided with the project, it should be stated in their website. Is the X account botted? All right, for a project that is sub $1 million in market cap, I don't want more than 10,000 followers. All right, or else there's some sort of botting. It's not a major thing. But, I prefer somewhere over 200 followers, especially if I'm investing in a project that has only just launched. It shows that there is some early backing. Also, if the project has some sort of edge on competitors, that's really, really good. And also a sub $1 million market cap. That's probably the most important thing for a Degen play. I prefer picking up projects at that $100,000 to $500,000 market cap and, selling them anywhere between a $5 to a $50 million market cap. Get some solid returns in the short term. Now, there are 3 components that if I see these in a project, and I like to have all 3 of these in any project, any Degen play that I invest in, but sometimes you can't get all of them. But if they do have these 3 things, I'll either enter with a large position personally, that's just how I play the Degen game, or I will hold the project for a longer period of time. So the 3 things are a known creator. HAMI is an excellent example of this. We'll go into HAMI very, very soon, so make sure you stick around for that. But also the token distribution. We don't want any early whales. Sorry, not any early whales. Having whales in a cryptocurrency degen play is perfectly normal, and most of those whales will be gone within the first 10x because they'll essentially be up a lot of money and they will be wanting to take their profits. So not all whales are going to stick around, but we don't want, 5 wallets with 10% of the supply because that's 50% of the coins being held by 5 people. We certainly don't want someone with 80% of the supply, because you are definitely 100% going to get rugged and going to lose your money. We want Radium Authority to have the majority and the monopoly of tokens in their smart contract. This shows that the distribution is going to be fair. Also, I want to ensure that the project has a clear intent to market going forward. Now, there's a few different ways projects can market themselves nowadays, whether it's pairing themselves with influencers, pairing themselves with, different accounts, different, crypto gurus, that sort of thing. Or you can also organically grow and market a project, which HAMI is a absolutely perfect example of organic growth. I'll cover this in the price action in the HAMI chart very, very soon, but I want to ensure that the project that either we're investing in or looking to invest in has a clear path going forward, and that project is going to be going north with price compared to south. Now, before we jump into our 3 Degen meme coins, I'm going to be giving you some risk management. I cannot emphasize how important risk management is in cryptocurrency trading. It is, not the second, not the third, not the fifth most important thing. It is the most important thing in any sort of trading, all right? Risk management essentially allows you to make confident plays, knowing that even if you lose that play, one, you're going to come out with more money on top from other players, or you're not going to essentially have a massive hit when that project goes down. One thing I don't like is when people come to me and complain about a project that they're investing in is going down, and I ask them, what's your allocation on that project? And they say it's 80% of my portfolio. No offense, all right? But if you do that, you are stupid. You need to diversify yourself. I think 5 to 10 projects is the best way to go forward with a safe portfolio, and then using 1% to 5% of your spare capital for building capital on the side with these degen plays. But I would never allocate more than 1% of my portfolio on a degen play. More than 3% I would never go over. All right, so I stick to that rule because I know, if I lose 3% of my portfolio, well, I've still got 97% of my portfolio left. And I'm pretty confident in my abilities going forward, so I know I'm going to achieve success. So I can essentially make these plays with the ultimate confidence, knowing that even if I fail, I'm still going to come out on top. So risk management is very, very important. So never risk more than 1% of your portfolio on a degen play, or maximum of 3% if you have experience. And experience comes with time. And be okay with making mistakes, all right? Because you are going to lose money, you are going to make mistakes, and if you don't make any mistakes or don't lose any money, you will be very, very rich in a very, very short period of time. Follow strict profit-taking processes. This is very, very important, all right? Let me paint a picture for you. All right, you put $1,000 into a degen play, and that has gone on to do a 30x. All of a sudden, you've just turned your nice little $1,000 investment into a solid $30,000 profit. Well, what are you doing? You should most certainly be taking profit on the journey, or at least when you see a number that you are happy with, because you'll be absolutely gutted and you will never forget the moment that you didn't sell if that dumps to, a 90% drop. Because degen plays can do it. That's what the degen game is. So following a strict profit-taking process is going to be very important. And the ultimate rule, don't FOMO in, don't revenge trade, don't overtrade, wait for the right play, and be patient. These are 5 of the most important things you can have in risk management. And ultimately, trading, any type of trading with cryptocurrency, all right? You don't want to buy, the massive green candles, either buy on a retrace or, go into another play. Unless you have strong conviction in that project. Don't revenge trade. This will absolutely destroy your account. Don't overtrade, all right? Unless you are getting, solid plays left, right, and center, don't just play random coins that, have just launched on Dex Screener or something like that. Can be a good place to go, a little wink wink, but, don't just overtrade. Don't just, throw random amounts of money into random coins. You got to wait for the right play, and you have to be patient, especially when waiting for your profit-taking process to begin. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through 2 different processes that I like to use when I'm playing the degen game, essentially how to turn, our initial investments into a lot more money, and then we're going to go into my 3 degen picks of this video. So this is what a typical degen play might look like, all right? And this is the safest option to essentially play a degen play, aka the safe route. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to put 1% of our portfolio in, and we're going to say, for example, our portfolio is worth $100,000. So we're going to be putting $1,000 into this Degen play. Essentially, let's just say we've picked, a winner, and it goes on to do a 5 to 10x. We take our profits, and then we're essentially left with $4,000 to $9,000 profit to go on and play the next plays. You could then start playing, with $5,000 for an entry if you have a good coin, or, $10,000 entries. It essentially, it comes back to what you want to do, how quick you want to make your money, how much risk you're willing to take. But this is the cycle of a Degen play. Essentially, if we can hit this, we're going to turn this into a lot more money. So that is what we want to do. Now, I'm going to introduce you guys into something that I have created, and it's something that I have been following, not step by step and not to the exact process, but it's something that I'm going to be doing, and it's something that I'm going to be using to compound my investments in the Degen plays area and make as much money as I can in the shortest period of time. This is, I call it the I would not recommend route. All right, it's option 2, but essentially, if you can master it, you're going to make a lot of money. So what we start off with, right, is we start off with $1,000 in a $100,000 portfolio. We aim for a 5x with this $1,000 investment. Let's say, for example, we hit it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make 5 different $1,000 bets. All right, these won't happen on the same day. This might be week 1, week 2, week 2, week 3, week 3, or day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. And we essentially just want to repeat the process again. Aim for a 5x, take our profit. That'll be around, so let's say, for example, we hit every single play. It'd be around $25,000 in profit. And then we can just do it again and again and again and again and again. Obviously, you are going to have losses along the way. You're not just going to win every single Degen play. You are going to lose a few. You're going to be holding some for, longer periods of times than others, but it really just depends on the coins you pick and how strong they are. So ensuring that we're really sticking to this research guide as good as we can. I'm going to show you the maths real quick. All right, you can do this in 3 moves. All right, you can turn $1,000 into $1 million in 3 moves. All you need is 3 10x's on your initial investment. So you invest $1,000, you make 10x, you have $1,000. You invest $10,000, 10x, 100k, 10x, $1 million. So that's just the maths behind it. It's not going to work like that. It could. All right, it has happened before. I have heard stories, but it's very, very rare, especially if you're newer to the space. But now I want to talk about HAMI. All right, HAMI is the first coin we're going to be talking about in today's Degen-Meme video. I was going to make a video on this a little bit earlier, but I never got around to doing it, and the price just went absolutely crazy. So we made some solid gains. Let's say, for example, we're using this strategy, and now we're playing with HAMI. So our $100,000 portfolio put $1,000 into HAMI. It ran for a 30x. Let's just say it ran for a 30x because I believe it's around a 30x at the current point in time. Then we take our profit. All right, a nice $30,000 profit. What we can do with this is take $5,000 for ourselves and then put $5,000 into 5 different plays, because we're essentially taking profit, de-risking our entire Degen portfolio in the process, as well as taking $4,000 profit, and then we're playing with 5 $5,000 bags. I would highly seriously not recommend doing this unless you are experienced with the on-chain game, have some Degen experience, but if you can do this a few times, this entire process, turn $1,000 into 30k and then do it again and then do this process again and again, you will make a quote unquote F-load of money. All right. That's the nicest, kindest, easiest way I could say it. Like, this is probably the real money maker in crypto. I mean, this is as crazy as it gets in the trading world, because it's the most volatile assets on the face of Mother Earth. So crypto degens really do take some getting used to. You are probably going to have a few nights that you don't sleep, especially if you accidentally put an amount in that you're not comfortable with, because you'll be watching that chart like a hawk. That's why risk management is very, very important. But ultimately, if we get a few wins doing this process, do the maths yourself, you can see how much profit we can roll over. So the first project I want to talk about today is HAMI. All right, this play is very, very good. The creator is known. He is on YouTube. He did make a video on how he actually made HAMI. He's keeping everyone up to date on the YouTube channel and also on the X, and also posting memes on the X, as Memecoins tend to do. This project is growing very, very organically, and I was very, very surprised at how beautiful this looks. It's just high after high low, high low, high, 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 low, high, high, high low. This is organic growth. This is what I'm talking about, all right? The marketing side of this project isn't, going through these ads right here and saying, buy HAMI, it's the next 100x. I know Harambe did that. I think any project that has ads like that, I wouldn't invest in because it's just a little bit sketchy in my opinion. But what this has done is it's got people interested. And the mindset behind the Degen game is someone's going to find a project. They're probably going to tell 5 people. Now, those 5 people, if they tell 3 people, that go on and tell 3 people, that go on and tell 3 people, and that keeps happening, I mean, all of a sudden, hundreds of people know about the project. Thousands of people know about the project. And what we need to think about in this stage is how many people are aware of the project, how many people are they going to tell, and ultimately, what is the crowd that is behind this project? And we can see that this just grew the price so organically. It's just, there's not many videos on HAMI. It hasn't been shilled by many influencers. I don't even think it's been shilled by any influencers as of yet. It's just such a beautifully crafted play. This is why I went big on HAMI, and this is why I knew this was going to do exceptionally well in the bull run. Or not the bull run, sorry. In the short term, I do think this can be a bull run hold. I think this can potentially do it. I mean, our original call was right, I think it was around here. So we ended up getting, it's around 34x at the current point in time. So not bad from one meme coin. Let's go on to our next one. So the next coin I want to talk about is Long. It's a ZK Swap Finance. It's not partnered with ZK Swap Finance, but I believe one of the ex-CEO, ex-founder of ZK Swap Finance actually created this meme coin, so there's a very close relation between the two. We know ZK Swap Finance is going to be massive this cycle. It's also an experimental meme coin. Essentially what they mean with an experimental meme coin is they're crafting a meme coin that, in theory, is not able to be rugged. It's not a scam. It's a legitimate project with 40% provided for pre-sale, which I believe sold around 61.5 ETH for our pre-sale purchases. Also, 20% burned. All right, sorry, 20% burnable, 0% allocation to our team. Our pre-sale is done, but 100% of our funds is provided for liquidity, which is really, really good to see, especially for a meme coin that is launching. And the fact that they made this public from the bat is also very bullish in my head. So we're currently sitting at a $2.7 million market cap. Now, I know what you may be thinking, it's not under $1 million in market cap. Where's that $100,000 market cap play that we can get into and make a 20x right now? Don't worry, the next one I'm going to talk about is exactly. But Long, I think this is, I think this can 10 to 20x in a short to medium time frame, because purely off the fact of the foundation of the project, who it's built by, what they stand for. They're not going to rug. There's no team allocation. It's burnable. It's a perfect meme coin. All right, they've created it perfectly. The deflationary aspect behind the project is going to push it, but ultimately the team and also the vision of the project is going to be very, very good. And also the fact that they're an Ethereum scaling solution, ZK Sync, which is going to be very hot this cycle. So I'm very bullish on Long going forward. I think this can do exceptionally well in the run. I have got an allocation on this, and I am going to be holding this for a decent period of time. Let's get on to our ultimate Degen coin of the video. The next project we're going to be talking about is sitting at a $99,000 market cap, and this is Trial. The reason I think this is going to do well is because it's a nice, simple idea. Essentially, it's a Telegram-based anonymous swap. All right, so it's a universal swap, 100% anonymous. The main reasons I like this is, one, because it's such a low market cap, it instantly entices me, and it also has utility that is ultimately worth more than that 100k market cap. I mean, a $10 million market cap is 100x from the current point in time, which I definitely think is achievable for a project like this. We also have some other key features, such as they support all the major tokens, so you can seamlessly swap any token on their Telegram. All you have to do essentially do is create a transaction and create an order for a transaction, and then you can complete the process through there. All transactions are secured, and it's ultimate security in the actual process, and also decentralized transactions. That's nice to see. So seamlessly exchange cryptocurrencies directly from your wallets. I mean, at the current point in time, we're rising nice and steadily. We did have the initial hype just like HAMI, and we went to around, I believe it was around $1 million market cap, and then we come back down to around that, $10,000, $20,000 market cap, which people actually bought up, and it's just been a battle of buying and selling at the current point in time. But we are starting to shift structure to the upside. HAMI did the exact same thing, all right? HAMI ranged in here for a bit and then eventually just started absolutely going vertical. So I'll be looking for this to do the exact same thing, and I will be looking to see if this trend increases, as this parabolic move is looking like it's just warming up. I mean, we could potentially just get some moves like so until we eventually take out that all-time high. The reason I love this play so much, well, 100k market cap, a $10 million market cap is 100x. I mean, you don't get that with many projects. I can think this can do this if we overtake that all-time high. I'm really going to want this to be our target and this to be broken. All right, there is a lot of moving to do, but in all honesty, that's not a lot of money that has to come into the project for it to do this. I will be watching this. I will be covering this in the Patreon. So if you want to get the coverage, if you want to get all these updates and all of these calls early, make sure you join. Apart from that, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one.